Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Hanifa Zahra Stiarini from 4A English Education Department. For today, I would like to show or present my review. The book that I choose is a reference book with the title is Language and Society and Introduction to Sociolinguistics. The book is written by Suzanne Romain, publisher Oxford University Press. This book has 263 pages. This book will be divided into 8 chapters. It includes the basic concept and the definition in language and society. So the sociolinguistic books is more academic, really recommended for those who are interested in the language function and society, such as college student and researcher. This book can be useful for student in college, particularly to widen the horizon about the fundamental definition or the basic concept about the language, dialect, and how the language influences society, or vice versa, society influences language, and other things related to the language and social. The first chapter will examine about the language in society or society in language. This chapter will elaborate on language perceived in society, whether those are related to sociolinguistics and mainstream linguistics. The Professor Chomsky said that sociolinguistics doesn't have concern with grammar, and the purpose of this chapter is to explain why the nation of language and dialect in nation language are constructed. So the big problem that will be elaborated, such as language and dialect, and how to use accent and dialect, and language and dialect in Europe, and also language, society, and style. The second chapter is language choice. Language choice, it means how the language choice is not arbitrary, and not all speech communities are organized well. And language is selected in use by bilingualism, multilingualism, and monolingualism. And the social multilingualism, the concept of nationality, ethnicity, and language, as well as religion, will influences language itself. The diglossia, domains, and what is language shifts and what language death. We move to the chapter 3. The chapter 3 will explain sociolinguistic pattern. Overall, the issues explained in this chapter correlate with the variable with social factor and how English, American, and British language are studied by linguistics dependent on their language pattern. I will give the brief picturing of this chapter. So this chapter will explain how the language is seen in the different social class. Language is tied to social, and the pattern of sociolinguistics can be reflected from social stratification. Social stratification, it could be relating on such as class, age, and style. Besides education background, So some linguistic feature may be stopped by geographical condition, but geographical condition not influence more than social status. So how the language is used in the upper class community and upper working class community. This community are different. community. So working class and upper class, which has a higher education than upper working class, will use a formal language in English language. In the chapter 4, we have language and gender. Some data reveal the role of affection, gender, and sex in society perspective and sociolinguistic as a particular. The issues that become booming after the medieval era, like feminism, in which it can be affect how women are perceived in their community. Thus, the whole things in this chapter will answer your investigation about the language which is correlating in gender. The contextual language embody masculine in vocabularies as a default. All behaviorism often is considered normal, but human behaviorism is conversely. This chapter will explain or give you the definition or explanation about the phenomena of gossiping and shop talking. In the chapter 5, we have language change in social perspective. This chapter aims to explain the mechanism of linguistic change and social motivation. The factors such as geographical condition, the boundaries of the community, stereotype when they use the particular language, and the fundamental ideology, and also many other factors can be an accuse for language change. Language change came after in the Industrial Revolution, so it is influencing the language and the vocabulary chosen in different social hierarchy status. Moreover, age can impact linguistics significantly. Apparently, varieties of language can be made by different age range. Next, we move into chapter 6, Pidgin and Creole language. This chapter elaborates on the distribution, origins, structure, and use of Pidgin in society, specifically the use of Pidgin and Creole in Hawaii and Papua New Guinea. Literally, Pidgin and Creole cannot be classified as an official language. Pidgin and Creole just lingua franca to communicate to other people, between two people or to a different group or community with very different language education background. Pidgin and Creole has a deficit in vocabulary, and they have like of written matter. Now we are in chapter 7. So the chapter 7 will elaborate the linguistic problems as societal problems. The type of problems arising in school, which are language related into social. Depends on sociolinguistic research, there will be inequalities because language and dialect becomes a minority in the community. Consequently, the problem appears on the surface as a lack of a prestige function from the language, and of course it would be impact to social indirectly. So the majority of this chapter explain the function of standard English that implemented in educational setting, where the student have to give the behaviorism learning to switch to standard English into non-standard English. However, the student is allowed to use bilingualism in school area, but they have to switch to formal language when they came their class. The last chapter is chapter 8. Chapter 8 consists a conclusion. To sum up all of the things that explained in the previous chapters, chapter 8 will point out and give the key point. So the conclusion is person network can effects on speech. This book regularly mentions that language is influenced by social culture, such as gender, style, social class, and age. Social linguistics in chapter 3 is more likely a carried issue that social behavior and meaningful of human action influence speech patterns. So that's all from my presentation for today. And last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for listening and goodbye.